Hi, this is Cosmos Colin, and I am here to show you my build in Path of Exile today. My character's name is RawMustard, and she is a Scion, level 80. Pretty much a melee bruiser type character who uses a one-hander and a shield and armor and a hat. I like to mix up armor and evasion because I like to take advantage of diminishing returns or the lack thereof. So here's how this spec goes. Basically, it's a spec that eliminates the weaknesses of the game. What I mean by that is I use things like resolute technique, which make me never miss. I can't deal critical strikes anymore, but I can't miss. So that means I don't have to buy gear that has accuracy rating. I don't have to waste talents on things that increase my accuracy rating, like this junk. I would never get that. I don't like mana, so I didn't want to use it anymore. So I got blood magic. Most people argue is horrible because then you can't use auras, and that's right. I don't use a single aura in this spec. Though many auras are really good. Great for a lot of things. My guy just doesn't really need them. When I pop blood, rage, like this, and get all my charges up, it's like 12,000. My chaos resistance is pretty high, so the negative effects of blood rage, which is losing percentage of your maximum health a second, doesn't really affect me. And the reason why is I regen 187 health a second. And if this becomes an issue early in the game, I had to use a totem to help me regen some life. That totem's really good. I would drop it just about every fight and still be able to use blood rage. Now I have my natural hit point regen so high that I don't even need it. Basic spec, started off as a Scion. Did normal things for a melee with a one-hander and a shield. Went all the way through the duelist beginning down here because all these talents are extremely awesome. One-handed talents, blocking. Then I went all the way up to a marauder tree here because all these are really high rolls. 15% armor is pretty good for one talent, 14% life, health regen, whatnot. I didn't pick a weapon spec pretty much until just recently, like level 80, level 75, something like that, because I didn't want to have to be locked in to one specific thing. But ultimately, I had talents like all these. I actually had the melee damage talents and stuff like this. I got rid of those in favor of the mace talent because I'm not change weapons that often. And if I do, I have enough currency at this point. I can respec however I need to if I need to go another way. I personally think mace is probably going to be the last choice because I need to be here anyway, and for 4 talents you gain just ridiculous stats, something 12, 24, 48% damage plus 16% armor. I have okay armor. I don't even have a 5-link. I'm still working on it, mostly because I'm too greedy to burn all the fusings. I've probably spent maybe 100 fusings on this so far, and I keep getting it back to here. It's not even an exceptionally amazing chess piece, but it works pretty well for this build. Nothing in here costs that much, and hopefully you'll get to see my build in action shortly after this. And now we're going to try this map. It has minus maximum resistances, 25% more monster damage, additional projectiles, monsters gain frenzy charges, monsters gain power charges. This should be fun, but let's see how my spec does. So those are not fun. I could use Arctic armor. The reason that I have also is what's helping me permanently run Blood Rage. As you can see, my health doesn't even move with Blood Rage on. I have a little bit of Chaos Resistance as well. Basically around -5%. And you see my maximums are all nerfed right now, taken down 16% because of the map. I've seen this shrine before, obviously from the achievement. Pretty OP. It's not going to give you a good definition of what my character is, but watch me destroy things. 2 seconds left, 1 second. Oh, that was pretty fun. As I said earlier, I run evasion flask with 100% evasion bonus on it, even though I'm mostly armor spec. I wish I didn't have to use life potions and I could use all resist potions, but I haven't got there yet. That wasn't the original idea behind this build, was to just run all resistances or granite potions or whatever that was needed. But it's not far off. Very rarely do I get so low I have to use a health potion, and if I do, I'm usually just being stupid and trying to tank way too many mobs than I should be, or I'm not running the right defense for the area, such as running Arctic armor against people casting Incinerate. The thing with Blood Rage and the thing about this build is the lower health you get, you know that you don't have any way to save yourself, so you kind of just put the pedal to the metal, and when you get that low life and your extra attack speed kicks in, with all the life steal from Blood Rage, it can get pretty nasty. I think you'll be over, I'll be at something 19% life steal. I'm only running 4 link. I don't use lifesteal gem. It's all from my talents. Well, 2% from talents, and then the rest a Carnage Heart. And I believe 2% on a ring. DPS increase. One of my reasons for building this build was I want to scale. The more DPS I get, the more tanky I get. That's the idea behind massive lifesteal. So I guess maybe what I have isn't considered massive lifesteal. Never look into another man's stash. Close your eyes. I'm using Feeble with cast on damage taken. You can use whatever. I hate to die. I like to minimize consequences. That's why my DPS isn't as high as it could be. But I hate dying. I hate having to run back and regain experience, so... Shield charge is one of my favorite skills. I wish it was better. I think it's underpowered. But when there's a totem or there's a boss or you need to get out of trouble, it's one of the best abilities for movement like that, I think, because it pushes everything aside. And that's that. That's pretty much typical dungeon running for this build. Hopefully you had a fun time watching and it wasn't spoiled by that OP shrine or whatever the hell they call it in this game.